So my wife and I live on the corner of Santa Teresa and Snell, and when we take our kids out for a walk or a stroll, we always see and talk about this house. And we always talk about how overgrown and unkept and unclean and cluttered and dirty this house is. Throughout the course of time, my wife ends up meeting this neighbor. She learns that his name is Dave, that he lives alone. His kids have moved out east. His wife passed away when he was really young, and he suffered a stroke a few years ago, and he's really unable to keep up his house. You know, it wasn't until I got to meet Dave and start a relationship with him and go on the inside where I realized just how deep and how big the problem was and how much help Dave needed. You know, you couldn't even see from one end of the garage to the other end of the garage. The living room was just covered in items that Dave had accumulated over time, where certain areas you couldn't even see the floor. There was just a lot of work that needed to be done. A few days go by and I'm at work, and I get a phone call from my wife. She says, "Hey honey, you know, as I was walking the kids around the neighborhood, I walked by Dave's house. You know, I think God's really calling us to make over Dave's home. You know, beautiful day-like project to show up and redo his whole house." That kicked off you know, the project to make over Dave's home. And we started a process, a 2-month process to plan and coordinate. And after some estimation, we calculated that we would need about 150 people to do about 17 projects. And on March 19th and March 20th, we had 150 people, the exact number that I prayed for, show up to make over Dave's home. We had mothers and daughters serving, we had fathers and sons, we had families come out all together. We had neighbors that showed up to walk his dog during the day of the project. We had a neighbor drive by and stop and ask how he can help out, and he ended up doing the stucco and the drywall. And it was just a sense of community coming together to love someone that really needed help. And one of the things that God taught my wife and me through this project is that He can use our daily routine and our daily grind to illuminate and show us people that He wants us to love and things that He wants us to do. And I'm really thankful to have been part of something like that in our neighborhood, with our neighbors, to help out and to love Dave.